In a city where ambition simmered as fiercely as the flames of its kitchens, fine dining was more than a craft, it was a crucible. Amid glittering chandeliers and whispered critiques, culinary dreams were forged or shattered. Yet, beneath the gleaming surface of this world, an unspoken truth lingered: talent alone was not always enough. For Marcus Johnson, a chef whose creations sang with heritage and innovation, the doors to its most revered establishments remained closed, not for lack of skill, but because of the color of his skin. The streets that raised Marcus were alive with the aromas of home-cooked meals and the stories they carried. From his grandmother's soulful stews to the vibrant spices of his neighborhood markets, his dishes became a canvas for his roots, each one a celebration of resilience and identity. Yet, rejection from the culinary elite left him at a crossroads, where bitterness could have taken root. Instead, Marcus chose defiance, channeling his passion into a vision that would change the game. In a modest corner of the city, Marcus opened Roots, a restaurant that rejected exclusivity in favor of inclusion. The space hummed with energy, its walls adorned with art that mirrored the diversity of its patrons. Every plate that left the kitchen was a bold statement, blending tradition with innovation, honoring the past while daring to reimagine the future. As diners flocked to experience his creations, Roots became a movement, a place where barriers dissolved over shared meals. But success did not come without its challenges. As Roots gained acclaim, whispers of skepticism followed. Could a restaurant born from rejection truly redefine fine dining? Marcus answered not with words, but with dishes that silenced doubt and ignited wonder. When the Michelin star arrived, it was more than an accolade, it was a vindication, a testament to the power of perseverance and authenticity. In the heart of his bustling kitchen, Marcus stood surrounded by a team that reflected his values: diverse, driven, and united by a shared purpose. Each dish they crafted carried the weight of a story, a dream, a defiance of what the world said was possible. Marcus had not just built a restaurant, he had built a legacy, one that whispered to every aspiring chef, "The table is big enough for all of us." The city buzzed with energy, its skyline a mix of modern glass towers and historic brick facades. Within its heart, the culinary district thrived, a labyrinth of upscale restaurants, bustling markets, and hidden eateries. Here, fine dining was a revered art, but beneath the polished surface lay unspoken barriers. Marcus Johnson, born into a family of Southern cooks, carried his grandmother's recipes and his own inventive flair. His dishes blended tradition with innovation, honoring his heritage while pushing boundaries. Yet, despite his brilliance, he faced systemic prejudice that kept him from elite kitchens. Marcus's closest ally was his childhood friend, Elena Morales, a fiery pastry chef whose desserts were as bold as her personality. Elena, herself no stranger to discrimination, became Marcus's confidant and creative partner. Together, they envisioned Roots, a restaurant that would celebrate diversity and tell stories through food. Their team included Ravi Patel, a reserved but genius sous chef, and Aisha Carter, a spirited front-of-house manager who turned dining into theater. Each brought their struggles and dreams, forming a family bound by shared purpose. The restaurant's interior mirrored its philosophy: warm, inviting, and unpretentious, with walls adorned by local artists. The menu was a journey across continents, with dishes like tamarind-glazed ribs and saffron-infused rice, each plated like a masterpiece. Diners were drawn not just by the flavors but by the soul behind them. As Roots gained acclaim, Marcus faced new challenges, including navigating industry politics and staying true to his vision amidst growing fame. Marcus's journey was deeply personal, driven by a desire to honor his roots while breaking barriers. His team, each with their own scars and triumphs, became his strength. Together, They turned Roots into more than a restaurant. It was a movement, a testament to resilience, creativity, and the power of unity. In the whirlwind of Marcus Johnson's rising culinary stardom, a former mentor from the elite restaurant that once rejected him leaked a long-buried secret. The establishment had deliberately excluded chefs of color to maintain its traditional image. The revelation ignited public outrage, forcing the restaurant into a media storm while Marcus faced a moral dilemma. Should he confront the institution directly or let his success continue to speak louder than their prejudice? Meanwhile, tensions flared within Roots as a trusted sous chef revealed ambitions to leave and open a rival restaurant, threatening the unity of Marcus's carefully built team and setting the stage for an unexpected betrayal. Marcus Johnson, a visionary chef with an extraordinary palate, dreamed of transforming fine dining into a celebration of cultural diversity. His goal to work at an elite restaurant was shattered when he faced rejection rooted in systemic bias. This initial setback fueled his resolve to create something uniquely his own, a space where talent and heritage thrive together. With the support of his close-knit community, Marcus opened Roots, a restaurant that embraced bold innovation and honored tradition. Early challenges included sourcing rare ingredients on a tight budget and earning trust in a competitive market. Yet, his team's shared vision and camaraderie strengthened their resolve. As Roots began to gain recognition, Marcus forged meaningful relationships with local farmers and artisans, weaving their stories into his dishes. Meanwhile, a rival chef, envious of Marcus's rising acclaim, plotted to discredit him, adding tension to his journey. Marcus's unwavering integrity and the loyalty of his team became his greatest assets. Through perseverance, Marcus turned obstacles into stepping stones, creating not just a restaurant but a movement. Every plate served at Roots carried a message of resilience, community, and the boundless possibilities of culinary art. The night Marcus Johnson was set to debut his signature dish at a prestigious culinary showcase, an unexpected announcement shattered his plans. The event organizers, citing limited capacity, informed him his spot had been reassigned to a lesser-known chef with influential connections. Marcus knew the truth. It wasn't about space but about whose face fit their narrative. Anger simmered beneath his calm exterior, yet it was the disappointment in his mother's eyes, seated among the audience, that cut the deepest. She had traveled hours to witness her son's moment of triumph, only to see his talent dismissed without acknowledgement. Determined not to let this injustice define him, Marcus made a bold decision. He invited the rejected chefs, many of whom shared his struggles, to an impromptu pop-up dinner in the alley behind the venue. Using portable stoves and borrowed ingredients, they crafted a feast that drew a crowd bigger than the main event itself. This act of defiance, fueled by creativity and community, caught the attention of a renowned food critic who happened to be passing by. Her glowing review described Marcus's dishes as revolutionary, sparking a wave of support that would propel him toward a destiny far greater than the one denied to him that evening. The success of Roots brought both acclaim and challenges. As the restaurant flourished, Marcus found himself navigating the complexities of rapid growth, from managing a larger team to sourcing ingredients that honored his vision. Amid this, a rival chef, Victor Langston, whose restaurant had long dominated the fine dining scene, began to view Marcus as a threat. Victor, known for his traditionalist approach, dismissed Marcus's innovative style as a passing trend, fueling a quiet but intense rivalry. Meanwhile, Marcus's sous chef, Elena Ramirez, emerged as a rising star in her own right. Her bold ideas and unrelenting drive pushed the boundaries of the menu, but tensions arose as her ambitions sometimes clashed with Marcus's vision. Their dynamic became a delicate balance of mentorship and competition, testing the harmony of the kitchen. Outside the restaurant, Marcus faced mounting pressure from investors eager to expand Roots into a franchise. While the prospect of growth was tempting, Marcus feared losing the authenticity and soul that defined his work. The decision loomed over him, forcing him to weigh ambition against integrity. In the midst of these challenges, a young culinary student, Jamal Carter, approached Marcus for mentorship. Jamal's raw talent and determination reminded Marcus of his own journey, reigniting his commitment to nurturing the next generation of chefs. Their bond deepened as Jamal brought fresh perspectives to the kitchen, further enriching the restaurant's evolving identity. As Roots continued to thrive, whispers of sabotage began to surface. A series of unexpected mishaps, spoilage of key ingredients, negative reviews planted online, hinted at external forces working to undermine Marcus's success. The source remained a mystery, but the stakes grew higher, threatening not only the restaurant's reputation but the dream Marcus had worked so hard to build. Tension simmered as Marcus's success with Roots began to disrupt the culinary hierarchy. Established chefs, threatened by his rise, dismissed his Michelin star as a fluke. Rumors swirled that some sought to sabotage his restaurant by discrediting his methods and questioning the authenticity of his dishes. Meanwhile, Marcus faced internal challenges. A rift developed within his team when a sous chef, jealous of Marcus's spotlight, accused him of favoritism. The accusation threatened to fracture the unity that had been the cornerstone of Roots. Marcus struggled to mediate, knowing that losing trust could unravel everything he'd built. Adding to the turmoil, a wealthy investor approached Marcus with an enticing proposal: expand Roots into a franchise. Though the offer promised financial security, it came with a catch: control over the menu and a dilution of the restaurant's cultural essence. Torn between ambition and integrity, Marcus wrestled with the decision. Simultaneously, Marcus's estranged father reappeared, seeking reconciliation after years of absence. Their strained relationship reopened old wounds, forcing Marcus to confront the pain he had buried in his relentless pursuit of success. His father's presence became both a distraction and a catalyst for reflection. As the pressure mounted, Marcus found solace in his community, whose unwavering support reminded him of why he started Roots. Yet, the stakes had never been higher. Every choice he made now carried the weight of his legacy, his team's livelihood, and the hopes of those inspired by his journey. As Roots flourished, Marcus found himself facing new challenges that tested his resolve. A rival chef from the luxury restaurant that once rejected him publicly dismissed his Michelin star, claiming it was awarded out of pity rather than merit. The statement ignited a firestorm of controversy, forcing Marcus to confront the lingering prejudices that still shadowed his success. Rather than retaliate, Marcus channeled his energy into perfecting his craft. He introduced a groundbreaking tasting menu that blended unexpected flavors, paying homage to underrepresented culinary traditions. The dishes were met with critical acclaim, silencing skeptics and reaffirming his place among the culinary elite. Amid the growing acclaim, Marcus's relationship with his sous chef, Elena, deepened. Once a timid line cook, Elena had blossomed under Marcus's mentorship, her confidence and creativity flourishing. Their bond became a cornerstone of the restaurant's success, a testament to the power of collaboration and trust. However, the pressure mounted as Marcus received an invitation to an exclusive culinary competition, a chance to prove himself on the world stage. The stakes were high, and the event was hosted by the very establishment that had once turned him away. Accepting the invitation meant confronting the ghosts of his past. As the competition loomed, Marcus wrestled with self-doubt. The weight of representing not just himself but an entire community bore heavily on him. Yet, with the unwavering support of his team and the patrons who believed in his vision, he resolved to rise to the occasion, determined to redefine the narrative once and for all. The success of Roots brought both admiration and scrutiny. As Marcus's reputation soared, whispers of jealousy began to surface among rival chefs. One, in particular, Victor Langston, a well-established figure in the fine dining world, dismissed Marcus's achievements as a fleeting trend, claiming his cuisine lacked the refinement of tradition. Their paths crossed at a prestigious culinary gala, where Victor's veiled insults sparked tension, setting the stage for a rivalry simmering beneath polished smiles. Meanwhile, Marcus's sous chef, Elena, a fiercely talented but overlooked figure in her previous roles, revealed a secret. She had once worked under Victor, leaving after witnessing his unethical practices. Her loyalty to Marcus deepened as she shared details that could tarnish Victor's pristine image. This revelation created a bond of trust between Marcus and Elena, but it also planted seeds of conflict. Would they confront Victor or rise above his provocations? As Roots continued to thrive, Marcus faced another challenge. A wealthy investor offered to expand the restaurant, but the proposal came with strings attached, compromising Marcus's vision by diluting the cultural authenticity of his menu. Torn between growth and integrity, Marcus sought advice from his mentor, Chef Amara, a retired culinary icon who had faced similar crossroads in her career. Her wisdom reminded him of the importance of staying true to his roots, even when tempted by opportunity. In the midst of these challenges, Marcus's team uncovered a deliberate smear campaign targeting Roots on social media. The posts, laced with subtle racism and false claims, threatened the restaurant's burgeoning reputation. Investigating further, Elena discovered the campaign's ties to Victor's circle, confirming their suspicions. The team rallied together, using the adversity to strengthen their bond and craft a public response that celebrated their values of diversity and resilience. As tensions built, Marcus received an invitation to a high-stakes culinary competition, a chance to face Victor directly in a public arena. The event promised not only a test of skill but also an opportunity to challenge the biases that had long plagued the industry. With his team by his side and his vision unwavering, Marcus prepared for the battle ahead, knowing that the outcome would shape more than just his career. It would redefine the narrative of what success in fine dining could mean. As Roots basked in its newfound acclaim, Marcus faced a daunting challenge. An unexpected health inspection, rumored to be politically motivated, threatened to tarnish his hard-earned reputation. The whispers of sabotage reminded him of the systemic barriers he thought he had left behind. His team rallied, working tirelessly to ensure every corner of the restaurant met the highest standards, their unity a testament to the culture Marcus had built. Meanwhile, a rival chef from a luxury restaurant that once rejected Marcus publicly dismissed Roots as a fleeting trend. The critique stung, reigniting insecurities Marcus had buried. Yet, instead of faltering, he channeled his emotions into perfecting a new signature dish, one that celebrated his heritage unapologetically. Amid the chaos, Marcus discovered that one of his sous chefs, a young prodigy he had mentored, was being courted by the same establishment that had denied him. Torn between pride in his protégé's potential and the sting of betrayal, Marcus grappled with whether to encourage the move or fight to keep his team intact. As the restaurant prepared for a high-stakes charity gala featuring top chefs, Marcus faced an emotional reunion with his estranged father, who had never supported his culinary dreams. Their tense exchange forced Marcus to confront unresolved wounds, adding a deeply personal layer to the evening's pressure. The night of the gala arrived, and Roots was the centerpiece. Marcus's team worked in seamless harmony, their dishes a bold statement of resilience and artistry. As the final course was served, Marcus locked eyes with his rival across the room, realizing that his success was no longer about proving others wrong. It was about staying true to himself. The night of the grand culinary competition arrived, pitting Marcus against the very restaurant that had once dismissed him. The challenge: to create a dish that encapsulated passion, innovation, and heritage. Marcus, with his team by his side, crafted a masterpiece, a dish blending his roots with modern techniques, a celebration of culture and resilience. When the judges declared Marcus the winner, the room erupted in applause. His victory was not just a personal triumph but a powerful reckoning, forcing the industry to confront its biases. The owner of the rival restaurant approached Marcus, offering a heartfelt apology and an invitation to collaborate, signaling a shift toward inclusivity. Back at Roots, Marcus celebrated with his team, reaffirming their shared mission to redefine fine dining. He announced plans to mentor underrepresented chefs, ensuring others would have opportunities he had fought so hard to create. Marcus's journey proved that change begins with action. Let his story inspire you to challenge barriers, embrace diversity, and pursue your dreams with unwavering conviction. With Roots thriving, Marcus reflected on his journey, not with bitterness for past prejudice but with pride for the legacy he was building. His restaurant had become a beacon of hope, proof that excellence transcends barriers when paired with resilience and vision. Each dish served was a celebration of unity, reminding diners of the beauty found in diversity. The team at Roots grew into a family, united by shared purpose and creativity. Marcus mentored young chefs from underrepresented backgrounds, ensuring they had opportunities he once fought to claim. His leadership inspired a new generation to challenge norms and embrace their unique voices. As accolades poured in, Marcus remained grounded, never forgetting the community that uplifted him. He initiated programs to support local talent, creating a ripple effect of empowerment. The culinary world began to shift, slowly but surely, as his story sparked broader conversations about inclusion and equity. Marcus's journey reminds us all to confront challenges with courage and to uplift others in the process. Let his story inspire you to break barriers, champion diversity, and pursue your passions fearlessly. The table is set. What legacy will you create?